Hi friends, I am CA Hanuman Madhu. Today we are going to see how to do a compliance check under section 206 AB and 206 CCA, which are effective from 1st of July 2021. So before going to the video, kindly like our video, share our video, and in case if you are new to our channel, kindly subscribe to our channel. So the compliance check for section 206 AB and 206 CCA. The government has introduced new sections in order to penalize the non-filers of income tax return under section 206 AB for TDS and for section 206 CCA for TCS. So in order to know who is the specified person under section 206 AB and 206 CCA, we need to give a certificate to a, for example, let us say Mr. A is selling goods to Mr. B. So while making payment to Mr. A by Mr. B, he has to take a certificate from Mr. A that he is not a specified person under section 206 AB and 206 CCA. So Mr. A can get the certificate under section 206 AB and 206 CCA in the new income tax portal by following the procedure shown in this video. So now let us go to the how to do a compliance check for section 206 AB and 206 CCA. The first and foremost, the person has to go to the reporting portal. So the person has to register under in the reporting portal report.inside.gov.in, and once he go to the reporting portal of income tax, he has to register himself by clicking the register button as shown over here. So once he click on the register button, the portal will automatically takes him to the e-filing portal. That is previously e-filing portal. Now the new portal, eportal.incometax.gov.in, that is www.gov.in, incometax.gov.in. So once the page redirected to the income tax page, the person has to enter the TAN login details. It's not PAN details, TAN login details, tax account number details. So if the person is not having the TAN account number, the person is not having the TAN login, he has to first create the TAN login in this portal and then go to the reporting portal and click on register. So once you click on the register in the reporting portal, the portal will redirect automatically to incometax.gov.in. So here in the incometax.gov.in portal, he has to enter his TAN number and basically TAN credentials. So once he give the TAN credentials and logged in, the page will take to the screen. So you will find an option called reporting portal under pending actions tab. So once you click on reporting portal option, the page will take you to the below given screen. So here in this screen, you have to select the new registration. So new registration as shown over here. So once you click on new registration, click on continue. So once you click on continue, the page will take you to the screen. So here in the form type, you have to select the compliance check. There will be different options, form 61A, 61B and compliance check. Here you have to select this compliance check option and the category will be automatically reflected based on the PAN number. So once you select this compliance check option, click on next. So once you click on next, it will ask few details to be entered. The entity name, PAN number will be automatically reflected, address, state, country and all, so PIN code. So once all these address details are entered, we have to click on add principal officer. We have to add a principal officer, responsible officer. So once we click on add principal officer, the screen will ask you to enter the details of principal officer. So who a principal officer maybe generally is a director. So once we enter the principal officer PAN number, the name and the date of birth will be automatically reflected, and the designation has to be given over here. We have to select the designation. We have to type the designation and the email ID to which we need to get an OTP. So here, friends, we need to be very careful. The email ID, whatever we have given here, to that email ID, we will get an user ID and password. So using that user ID and password, we can download the certificate. So we have to give the email ID very carefully. We have to check the email ID very carefully. So once we give the email ID, mobile number, address details, we can click on preview and we can see the details, or we can submit. We can use the submit button. Once we click on submit button, the details will be submitted and the screen will appear like this. So here the acknowledgement will be generated to acknowledge that you have registered successfully for taking certificate under section 206 AB and 206 CCA. So you can download the acknowledgement and keep it for your records. So after this submission, so the income tax department in the back end will put the process into the so the income tax department in backend will activate the login credentials, and they will send a user ID and password along with the ITD RIN number. So the user will get the user ID and password in the email once we submit the application. So user ID and pass, if the user is newer, I mean the authorized person here, as shown over here, the principal officer. If the principal officer is new to the portal, new to the inside portal, then the new user ID and password will be given. So once this is a temporary password, so the principal officer has to log in the reporting portal with the temporary password, and he has to change the password. And once he changes the password will be final and deemed to be activated. The account will be deemed to be activated. In case the principal officer is old, that means he is already having the account in reporting portal, then the only user ID and ITD-RN will be communicated to the email ID, registered email ID, and the password will be the old password. So once the account is activated, we can go to the reporting portal and enter the PAN of principal or the principal officer, and the password communicated in the email or password as in case of old account. So once we enter the login credentials, click on login. So post login, the screen will appear as shown over here. So in the form type, we have to select the compliance check, and the ITD-RN, we have to select the ITD. For example, let us say in case of group companies, we are having 10 companies under one group. So for 10 companies, the director is same. So for single director, for single login, all 10 companies ITD-RN will be reflected over here. So we have to select the ITD-RN for which company we are going to download. So once we select the ITD-RN, click on proceed. So once we click on proceed, it will ask for authorized signatory type. It's a principal officer, proceed, and click on proceed. So once we click on proceed, it will take you to the home page of reporting portal. So in the reporting portal home page, in the left corner, you will find an option called compliance check for section 206 AB and 206 CCA. So once you click on compliance check for section 206 AB and 206 CCA, the page will appear as shown over here. So in this, you have to enter the PAN number of the company or person, whoever you are willing to download the certificate. So once you enter the PAN number and capture code and click on search, the list of certificates available over here will be displayed under here. So here, if you see the screen, for example, let us say, for example, for this PAN number, this is the certificate allocated, the PAN number at allotment date, and this is the certificate. So we can just simply download the certificate by clicking this PDF screen over here. So once we click on the PDF, the certificate will be generated, and the certificate will appear like this. So it will say the PAN number and the date of issuance of certificate of financial year for which it is certificate is valid, and the name of entity, PAN allotment date, PAN other link status also will be appear over here, and whether this person is specified person under section 206 AB or not. So this certificate we can give it to the person who is buying goods from us, so that he will not deduct an extra TDS, considering we are not a defaulter of income tax returns filing. So thank you friends. Thanks for giving me the opportunity. If you like the video, kindly like, if you like the video, kindly like the video, and in case of any queries, you can reach me to the below given details. Thank you.